Gentlemen, welcome to the flow program. Okay, so I want you to, regardless of whether or not you're starting right after the breath work, I want you to make sure that when you start the flow program, you start with some stillness. So as you can see here, I'm just laying with myself, just breathing, not moving at all, and getting into as deep of a relaxation as possible. Okay, exercise 1. This is called the lower abdominal. Remember, all of these are in the PDF. There's a list of these 11 exercises. So the idea with these next two exercises is that the pelvis, spine, neck, and head is totally neutral. There's no change in the spinal curves, so there should be a space open under the lumbar like a small bridge. As the legs move out, they get heavier in both exercises. You're exhaling on the way out, inhaling at the in, with one end with two legs. So this is lower abdominal 2 because it's two legs. And the idea is that we're stabilizing against the weight of the legs with the core. So you're tightening your belly inward on both movements. As you brace your belly and brace that neutral spine position with the space open under your lumbar as the legs go out. Try and tuck the chin on both exercises. That helps to really lock the pelvis, spine, neck, and head into a solid position. Okay, exercise number 2. This is skydivers. So as you can see, my whole middle column, my pelvis, my spine, rib cage, and head and neck is up in an extended position. So my face is still up off the ground, looking down underneath me, but my head is neutral, like almost like I'm staring straight ahead. From that place, I'm using my abdominals so that my low back doesn't feel hyperactive. And then I'm squeezing the glutes and the shoulder blades. So it's those four corners of the back of the body. This is an amazing back body activation and just essential to regulating the forward head slump of modern technology posture, phone usage, that kind of thing. Exhaling every raise and then inhaling at the bottom. Okay, next we're moving into cat-cow, and I want to ask you to do this as a spine wave, so really articulating the spine starting from the bottom, up through the middle, up through the neck. Exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling. Remember that every movement is 20 repetitions. We're moving as much breath and energy through each movement as possible, getting the biggest range we can, and any movement that's single-sided is going to be 40 reps, while movements that are double-sided are going to be 20 reps. This is a scorpion stretch. I want you to reach up as close to each hand as possible with the foot as you exhale. Keeping the hands high enough towards the sides of the face with the arms straight that you get a good stretch through the shoulder and through the side of the rib cage as well. Counter stretching with child's pose to take the back out of that extended twisted position. Okay, again, breathing deeply here, right? We're inhaling up, exhaling down. Tucking the toes, see how my toes are tucked as well. And just really think of the body as a pump here. We're using the musculature and the fascia in this movement to really pump blood through the spine. These cross-crawl patterns are incredibly powerful and just normal to our mammal nature, right? But this really activates the posterior slings of the body posturally, glutes and the shoulder blades. Up dog, down dog. So arms are straight throughout this pattern. Right, stretching in the downward dog. You can always do some downward dogs just to like stretch into it and take your time and pause before doing this movement. But this one, again, this is 20 repetitions. The cross crawl that we just did would have been 40. And this downward dog is 20. So again, if these reps are too high for you in the beginning, just build up to them, do what you can. and then build all the way into the full repetition. So this up dog, down dog is 20 reps. We're unfolding the toes so the feet are flat each time and then re-tucking them. Okay, this is the deep lunge and reach. So you can see with this left arm, with the free arm, that I'm reaching across away from my hips. So I'm reaching through under my body towards the opposite side of the yoga mat there. And then inhaling the arm up, twisting and looking as far around as I can. So it's like I'm trying to look towards my house here. Inhale. Dropping that elbow down and across as much as possible. And this stretch is going to really move through the hip, the hamstring, the posterior and lateral leg, like the IT bends. So same thing, I'm reaching toward the camera here. So you're reaching down and through and really getting your whole pelvis, belly, everything as low as possible with that back knee off the ground. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 20 repetitions per side. Really moving as much breath as possible. And this stretch, this is like the money stretch. If there's one stretch that you're really going to take your time on, that you're going to get, I think, the most out of, it's going to be the deep lunge stretch. Okay, now this one can be challenging to nail the posture, but we're going to keep the, that's kind of the idea of it, that we progress as we go. Keep the fingers tucked under the toes, exhaling, inhaling on the open in the squat, exhaling on the fold. So I'm bending my arms because I'm pulling my head down towards my feet a little bit, but you do not have to do that. All right, we want you to get as forward folded as possible, and if you can't, because your hamstrings are tight at this point, then you can use yoga blocks. But we want to keep the arms straight, pull the spine into an extension position, so you're arching your back into the squat like this, so shoulder blades are squeezed together, and then the shoulder blades are released. So we're going into this like strong spine position at the bottom, soft spine position at the fold. Strong spine, the whole back is squeezed, shoulder blades, everything. Inhaling, exhaling, rounded back. So the spine's really changing shape here. And I'm pushing the knees out and opening the chest up as I'm in that squat. Okay, now from there we're moving into the whip. The spine whip is just amazing for coordination through the whole body and really getting conscious of where our whole chain is at. So obviously there's a lot of hamstring stretch here, but it's also an articulation and coordination exercise. So we want to really arch down with the thumbs back, so hinging at the hips, the spine straight. And then when I need to, the spine rounds and I curl up in flexion, kind of like a snake curling up. So then we're going to reverse directions, and we're going to go, this is again the coordination piece, flexing down, leading down with the chin, thumbs turning in, and then at the bottom the thumbs turn out, chin and eyes up, chest opens. So the spine's really doing this wave-like motion. Knees can be soft slightly. You'll see here my knees have like a slight bend to them. They're not locked. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Okay, and for the final pattern, this is the breathing squat. This is really tying all the pieces together. Opening up as much as you can through the front body, hips forward, reaching back, inhaling, exhaling down, crumpling, bringing the chin as close to the floor as possible. Big inhales, big exhales. Big inhales. Feet are going to be about shoulder width on that one. And then we're ending with just being still again, feeling all the energy that moved within you and really calming the nervous system, dropping everything down a notch. Okay, man, that's the flow program. Enjoy.